It's CraftFancy again, and we're excited to be part of the Volume Group virtual event on 11/21. Our project this round will be the Jolly Card Kit. The custom kit includes the following products: Be Jolly craft die, candy stripe craft die, glow-in-the-dark shaker elements. Yes, a card that glows in the dark. Glitter cardstock, pattern paper, acetate, die-cut frames, crystal AB glass rhinestones, and envelopes are included to create 4 cards, 2 cards per design. All this for $45. Remember, adhesives are not included. You will also need additional products, which you might already have, to complete the cards: liquid glue with precision tip, white foam tape, rhinestone pickup tool, foam folder, trimmers, and scissors. Wouldn't be a CraftFancy card if you didn't have some optional products to make it look even better. Mini Slim scallop dies, Mini Slim Stitch rectangle craft dies, the rhinestone pickup tool, glass rhinestones, crystal AB that is. Go to www.craftfancy.com, click on custom cards and scrapbooking kits, click on the Jolly Card Kit for volume, and then click to add the cart. Or just get your phone out and then click a pic of the QR code on the screen now. That'll take you right there. Once again, we look forward to seeing you on the Facebook on Saturday, 11/21. See you soon.
Well, hello everyone, it's Brian with CraftFancy. I'm excited to be coming at you today with the Volume Group. We have a wonderful card. It's called Be Jolly, and it's going to be a great card that we have. We're going to be doing 2 of them today during our presentation. I hope you guys really kick back and relax and enjoy it. We're going to be doing 2 of them. So why don't we take a look at it really quick, because I know you guys saw it on the promo video, but let's look at it anyway. One, we're going to be working with the candy cane striped. That's the Be Jolly. That's the one on the right. And then the one on the left is a shaker card. Love shaker cards. Let's take a look at that shaker card, because what makes this shaker card so great is it glows in the dark. That's what I really like about it. You're always going to be a bright star in whoever you give that card to. So, in the eyes of whoever you give that card to, I should say. So it's really awesome. It's really simple to put together, and it's really going to have a great time. I got both cards broken down for us. We're going to build them back up. Hopefully you're going to have fun watching it. If you ordered a kit, get your kits ready, get your adhesives all set up, and get your cup of coffee ready. If you didn't, just kick back and relax and have a little fun watching Brian with CraftFancy as we build these cards together. Let's take a look and get started.
Okay everyone, we have 2 wonderful cards that we have here today. We have the Be Jolly card on the right and also a Be Jolly shaker card on the left. Card number 1 is going to be the Be Jolly card, and the shaker card will be the number 2 card. So here's the dies that we're going to be working with today. This is the Candy Stripes from CraftFancy die, and then we're also going to be using the Be Jolly CraftFancy die as well. Both of these are exclusive to CraftFancy, and we're going to show you how easy and fun it is. Also, we're going to be putting in there is the shaker elements for the glow-in-the-dark shaker card. So this should be a lot of fun as we're working with that. All right, so let's get going with card number 1. What we're going to be doing here is the Be Jolly with the candy shaker. Those of you that bought the kit already, everything that should be in the kit. Hey, we got extra pair of hands. Where'd all those hands come from? So we're going to have a little fun today. So just as we're going through everything there, all the kits are pre-cut for everybody. We got everything that's laying out. We try to make this as much as fun and easy as possible for everybody. So we include the vellum strips, we have the glitter paper, we did the die cuts already with the Be Jolly, and then everyone should have some wonderful looking little branches there. And don't forget the star that goes over the Jolly part. All right, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to take this off screen, and then we're going to bring it back, and then we're going to fold the A2 card base there. So if you have a bone folder, you prefer to use that, that's fine. If not, go ahead and just go ahead and use your thing. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that glitter piece on there, and we're going to use our trusty ATG gun. Yes, it's ATG. If it's got a trigger, you know it's a good gun. So we're going to have that on there. What I do is we like to run around a square so it's all on the outside. And then there should be no edges, so we're going to go edge to edge with this glitter paper. That way everything's going to go, and you can see that we're just patting that down and it's going to go really good. Okay, our next thing is that we're going to line up is our candy stripes die cut. So with this one, what we're going to be doing is using your favorite liquid adhesive. We will be using the Art Glitter Glue on this one in the CraftFancy Precision Tip bottle, which you saw it there, but it disappeared. So we're going to have that. We filled that little precision tip up with our favorite liquid adhesive. You could use whatever ones that you got. So as you can see, that is the Art Glitter Glue, and then the bottle. In the meantime, while we're doing this, I would like to give a little shout out to my assistant who was helping me here. Her name is Carol. As many of you guys know, she's the behind the scenes person, but I needed someone to help me out while I put the videos together. As you can see now, we're going through. It doesn't take a lot, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through and dab and just run our little streaks across the candy cane, because we want to make sure that we get a majority of it to stick down. It doesn't have to all stick down. If you want to do it, that's cool. If you don't, definitely make sure you go around the rectangle and then hit a couple of big spots. Then you're going to want to go ahead and pick that up gently. You don't want to try to wear most of that glue. You want to just be able to get it on there. And then again, you're going to use your precision, skill, and patience and lightly rub it on there. Line it up. Once you can line it up, you're going to go and just kind of get it in there, and then that's it. Just kind of go around and line everything up. Now remember, with Art Glitter Glue, this is why we like to use the Art Glitter Glue, is because it dries clear. So if it does move around a little on you, it'll be okay. So you can see there's a little glue that got on there, but that's okay because it's going to dry clear. You're not going to really see that. Our next piece that we're going to be working with is the vellum. We have the vellum here. Now remember, when we use vellum, we got to use a different type of adhesive, because if you use regular adhesive on this, you're going to see it, and you don't want to see it through that. So in this case, we're going to be using the vellum from our friends at Glue Dots here. And then this one, what we're going to do is we just kind of want to run it along the edge. We don't want to do nothing really in the center. So we're just going to play with it a little and get the edges going. Look at that. Nice and easy. You're going to have fun with this one and just be able to put it down. And again, you just want to kind of hit it. You don't have to go all over it and go. Vellum's a funny little material, and you just always want to kind of be gentle with it. And it always looks good, but not always the easiest to work with. But you can see here that you can put it on there. It's just going to put it down on the corners, and then you're all good to go. Look at that. It just stays right in place. How are we doing so far? Are you guys keeping up with us? I hope so. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to start what's called dry fitting. We're going to try to dry fit everything on there so we can make sure where everything kind of looks, kind of get an idea. Now remember, as I always like to preach, is the cards here. We brought the other card down for you to take a look at because, again, this is how the kit was sold. But remember, these are your kits. You can do whatever you like to be able to customize it and make the cards you like. If you want that vellum a little higher, no problem. You want it lower, not an issue either. But again, what we want to do is we want to make sure that everything is into the place that we like it. And we being in you, because you're making your card. Now again, now that we dry fitted everything, what we're going to be able to do here again is we're just going to go ahead and grab our glitter glue and our precision tip again, and we're just going to go, and I like to dab it. We're just dabbing here. Remember, we don't need a lot to make it stick, so we're just going to take our time with it. You're going to be gentle, and we're just going to make this look really good, and you're going to just be able to tap this down. Now what we're doing there is we just kind of, because it is a very fragile piece, if you will, so we just kind of laid the glue dots plus down on top of it just so it doesn't kind of move around with us. I'm sure you guys have something at home. I'm sure there's a little paperweight or whatever little piece of magic that you do. In fact, that would be a great question for everyone since we're looking here and we're just putting more adhesive on the jolly part now. What do you like to do when you're trying to do something that's very delicate, if you will? What do you guys like to use to hold things down? I seen a bunch of, I used staplers before. I used other papers. I used paperweights, and just like what Carol used there, she used a little glue dots holder there. All right. So now you can see that we're just laying down Be Jolly, and again, we're just kind of lining it up to where we thought. You don't see a lot of pressure here. Remember, it doesn't take a lot, just a little couple dabs of glue in the right spots, and just a little tap down and it stays. And again, now we're just working on our little branches, and you can see how nice and easy this works. And this is where the precision tip really comes in. You can see here that you're able it doesn't take a lot, it doesn't squirt all over, just a little dot will do you. And then you're able to just put it in there, put it on the spot that you need, and be able to put it down. And you're just going to put that there. You're looking pretty good. How's everyone at home doing? Is your card looking like this card? Let me know in the comments. We are on the comments. We are being able to answer any questions that you guys have, so don't be bashful to ask those questions. We are there. Look at, there's Carol putting down that branch, and then we're down to the last branch right now. This is a fun, easy little card. It always looks good, but it's easy to put together, and that's what the best part is about CraftFancy kits, is everything's always user-friendly with us. So now that we got that, as Carol was pointing out, we're going to be working on some of the gems now. So we do have our little blings. Carol just has a little custom holder there, which keeps everything so it's not running around. I'm sure you guys have all your special cases at home that you're able to do that. And then we're using the pokey tool here. Well, we call it the pokey tool, but this is the CraftFancy, this is the pickup tool. And the pickup tool has a gummy end on it. And then, yes, the other side is a pokey tool, which the pokey tool is pretty nice because you're able to use it when you're trying to poke through your tools. You know, like a die, when you have a die cut and maybe that one little piece of paper doesn't come out, you guys know what I'm talking about. And then you're just going to be able to put that in there and poke that through. Or if a piece of paper is stuck in a die cut, that little fine needle will be able to go through there and be able to poke it out. There you go. Here's a perfect example. Just take it and you're able to poke everything out. 2 tools, 1 tool. That's the way I like it. You know, anything that keeps our desk a little cleaner, it always makes it a little easier. Okay, so Carol's now putting a few of the, you can see here, again, the fine tip adhesive. She's just putting those in the right places. And the right places is wherever you think it is. She's going to go ahead and grab her, you can see here now, it just picks it up. And we're zooming in a little for you. And she's just going to go ahead and put that in there. And then we're just going to move these on the side for you so we can see how easy it is to pick them up. And then just put it right into place. And there we go. There we, again. That's it. We have a wonderful looking card. And then this is the fun part about the pokey tool too, is that you're able to take the pokey side and then be able to just fine tune it where you want it to finally end up. Because we all know sometimes it just doesn't quite land in the right spot. All right. So if you take a look here, we got the 2 wonderful tools. This is card number 1 that we did now. We completed that. It's looking really great. And I can't wait to see you guys now. We're going to go ahead and start getting ready for card number 2. All right, so we're going to see you in a few seconds. Okay, everyone, we're back now. We're going to be working with our next card. This is card number 2. This is the Be Jolly Shaker card that we have here. So this is a wonderful kit. You can see the kit on the left. We're going to push this up on the right, that card. And then in our kit here, we have the rectangular die cut. We have the background. There is a acetate sheet there, and then the A2 card base. We're also going to be using in there some of the CraftFancy foam tape. And then, of course, our glow-in-the-dark shaker elements that we're going to be using. All right. So why don't we go ahead and get started. And what we're going to do is The first thing we're going to do is grab our base here. We got the A2 card base, and then we're going to lay our overlay on top of that. If you guys take a look, it's going to be just a, there's going to be a little border on it. So again, what we're going to do is, oh, there it is. It's the ATG gun. We're going to grab that. We're just going to run a couple strips across on this one, not a square, but just run a couple strips because we want to make sure this sticks down to the back. Then we're going to kind of center that on the card. So if you take a look, there should be a little white all the way around. Then we're just going to go ahead and pat that down. All right, now that we got that done, so the next thing we're going to do is make sure that acetate's going to line up on top of that, which you see here. And we're going to go ahead and start working with our acetate now. All right, so then our rectangular is going to kind of go over that. Of course, we're just dry fitting this to make sure everything kind of works. Because remember now, when we work with acetate, it's going to kind of be in reverse what we're going to work with. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up Be Jolly. We're going to kind of set that up on the card. Make sure it kind of lines up to where we want it to be on there. I recommend it kind of be centered. But again, these are your cards. You guys can do whatever you like. However they come out for you guys is what you think. Because remember, it's going to be perfect. So, all right. So now what we're doing, again, now we're going to grab some of our clear acetate. Or not clear acetate, I'm sorry. We're going to grab our precision glue. And now we're going to do the same thing like we did on the first card. We're going to just kind of dabble in on a couple spots all over. And it's remember, this is the best thing about the art glitter glue that we're using today is it goes on white and it dries clear. So again, we're going to kind of... got a little messed up there, so let's line that back up. And now we're going to go ahead and just kind of set that where we think it's going to be. There you go, a little love tap on there. Don't have to press hard, we're not smashing it down, just want to give a little love tap, make sure it's there. We're going to kind of line that up again, make sure Jolly's lining up with the B. We're going to flip that over again. And again, we're just going to kind of dabble on the glue in a couple spots. Remember, we don't have to go crazy. It doesn't have to be all precision writing with the precision tip there. And you can see we're just kind of dabbing it as we're going along there. You want to make sure you kind of hit the loops. I always suggest hitting the loops, hitting a little of the wider areas. Then you should be okay. All right, now that we kind of got that glued up, I'm going to kind of just set that right on there. And again, not press hard, just a little love tap there. We just want to tap it, a little tap. You're going to see it kind of just set up there really good. And we got that. Now that we got that, we're probably going to flip that over. Take that rectangle off. And then we're just going to get that out of the way right now. Just let that dry. And then set that white. We'll do that. Maybe we'll do that a little later. That little J for the Jolly, because we're going to use a star for that Jolly. All right, get our card base out of there. Got this wonderful acetate. Now you're flipping it over, because now what we're going to do is glue that frame onto the acetate. So remember, there's the good side, bad side. So I always say kind of line it up. Then you're going to get that glue, and then we're just going to go just, yeah, there we go, all the way around. You can see it, just a fine line. That's all it takes. Just a fine line. This is what's fun about these cards is they're incredibly simple, but yet they're elegant enough. They go together great. We just have fun. They're great die cuts. And you can just see there. And we're just going to go all the way around the frame. No need to rush. No need to rush. But I always like to tell people too, as you're doing this, if you start to feel something like you're being rushed, just stop and watch the video, because it's always saved on the volume group and you can always go back and watch it later. All right, so you can see now that we go ahead and we flip this around, and we just kind of set it on there again. And again, it's all precision. Just take a little time. You don't have to smush it. Oh, we got a little glue there in the corner. So don't, we're going to, okay, oh, we're going to wipe that up. All right, there we go. So you can clean that up. It will, like, again, the best part is it dries clear. You got no worries about it. It'll look all good at the end. All right, now that we got that done, now we're going to get into the foam strips. All right, these are the CraftFancy foam strips. Look at that. They're nice and thick, but they're very easy to work with, and they're great for shaker cards, as you can see right here. So what we're going to do is, I always say, we're going to create the pool for the shaker elements. So here we go. We got that card in there. Now we're just going to trim the edge there. And what I want to do now, the goal is to go all the way, not all the way around, but make a square out of it, all squares. No round corners, squares. So we're just going to line that up. And then, one strip's not going to be long enough, so we're going to have to do a little cut in here to get that going. So how are you guys doing on that card? Hey, let us know in the comments. Don't be bashful. Like I said, we're on the comments. We're looking. I like to see it. Give us a shout. If you got a question, any product questions, just let us know. We're standing by to answer any questions you guys may have as we're doing this. I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are doing it for you. So again, we always appreciate being a small business, everyone that took time to watch our video and help support us over the course of the years. We always appreciate that. And we always look forward to all that everyone has to say. All right, so we're just going to trim this little corner here. And then we're just going to go ahead and let's grab one more fresh strip. Let's make it easy for everybody. So you can see here, look how easy that comes off. Just comes off really nice. And then you're just going to put it in, then trim it. Trim it. Hey, you got that hand out of the way. I can't see. There it is. All right. So now we got it. Again, you're going to kind of press down. Medium pressure, I always like to do, just to make sure it's there. And when we're doing the square, I always say just kind of be back a little farther than just right at the edge. Otherwise, you might see your tape. Now we're going to sprinkle in some. Okay, now here's my secret when we're sprinkling in. Don't go crazy with the shaker elements when you put these in, regardless if it's the glow-in-the-dark stuff or just regular shakers. What happens is you want to spread them out, not make a big pile because then they won't shake. It'll get stuck in there and then they won't move. So you want to put enough in there to make the card look good, but not too much. All right. So we dry fitted that again really quick before we took off our adhesive strips. Look at that. Look how easy those adhesive strips just come off. You're able to just take them. Of course, I spoke too early. There we go. We had one trouble one. Now we got it. Now we're going to get it. And now what we're going to do is that we know we have enough shaker elements in there because, again, we always like to do everything dry fitting before we go and put it in there because once it goes in, it's not coming off. We're going to line that up. Oh, maybe right there, right there. Oh yeah, that's the spot. Then again, we're just going to kind of press down, not a little more than lightly, but just not so heavy that you're smushing it. The goal's not to smush it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we got one more shaker element to put on there. Look at that little dab of the glue. And there's the tool. All right, the gemstone pickup tool. Just going to go ahead and pick that up and just drop that on there. That'll dry in a few minutes and you'll be good to go. All right, there it is, shake and bake. All right, so we got everything there. Someone's talking with their hands saying, yeah, grab that deal while you can. That's what they're being saying. So, okay. So now that we got that done, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fold our card. And we are done. Look at that. We matched up to the original. How's yours look compared to the original ones? I think this was looking really good. And I do appreciate everyone doing that second card with us. Our next class is going to be on 12/4 on the CraftFancy Facebook page. We're going to be teaching this wonderful Christmas cards here. This class is called the Winter Pinecone Card Kit. As you can see, we have a wonderful kit here. It's all together. You includes dies and stencils and all the papers that you could use. Let's take a closer look at some of those dies that are in there actually. I'd like to start off first with the Smooth Pine Cones from Memory Box. Our second one will be the Pine Needle Trio. That's included in your kit. And we'll be working with the new Tailored Expressions 6x6 designer stencil of the poinsettia. This is a wonderful looking stencil that's really easy to work with, which is going to give you this dynamic background color here using some white pigment ink from Ranger.
This is a wonderful class on 12/4 on the CraftFancy page. Times will be coming out shortly for these class. Get your kits now so you can be able to see it on 12/4. Looking for a little in-depth project? This one's going to be a 2-week project at the CraftFancy Facebook group. Be sure to check us out on our page. This one is going to be taking place on 12/1, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be doing some wonderful stitching with some mandala cards. And then our second class will be taking place on 12/8, which is also a Wednesday. And we're going to be putting on over 140 pieces of bling on one card. This is another wonderful card. You're going to end up making 2 cards with this wonderful class. Let's take a look at what we have. You can get this at www.craftfancy.com. We want to go to shop, click on custom card and scrapbook kits, and it's going to load you up, and then we're going to look for Sparkling Mandala online class. Click that, and then just add it to the cart, and you're good to go. Can't wait to see you there on 12/1 and 12/8. Well, hello everyone, it's Brian again with CraftFancy. I hope you guys really enjoyed doing our project today. That was the Be Jolly card on the volume group here on 11/21. I did hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. I know there's a lot of great presenters today. I'm glad that you guys took time out to watch CraftFancy here, and I hope you guys remember that there is a shopping coupon for you. It is called November. Don't delay. Get on CraftFancy today and get your orders in. Remember, it is Christmas time, so shipping does take a little longer. So make sure you guys get it while it's fresh and it's in stock. Guys, I don't know when I'll be on next, but I'm sure we're going to have fun when we do. So again, thank you Volume for having us, and I can't wait to see you on the next Volume event. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. CraftFancy is out of here. Have a good one.